Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Command Point. My name's Ryan, joined by my co-host Shane.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
We're here to talk about the tournament. We're down to basically we're going into the fourth round of the tournament, and we're really looking at, I believe it's basically top 8 right now. There's 2 matches yet to be played, but yeah, I mean a lot of people got eliminated this past week. So, do you just want to kind of walk through some of the big games that happened this week and who was eliminated? I was eliminated also by Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Unfortunate one there. Warp Charge George was eliminated by Luz. Him and his Harlequins took the defeat from Luz's Drakari, which I didn't get to catch that game, but I'm sure that was interesting.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, over in the winners bracket too, we had some interesting matchups this week. Our resident Grey Knight player, Sean Perry, isn't on the episode today, but he took his first loss of the tournament to Kingmaker, the Necron player who defeated me earlier in the tournament. And then up above that, we had Alex Retnarak play his game against Cedric Morent, which I was honestly pretty excited to see that one because they were both having some pretty, dominant looking showcases so far in the tournament. And I watched that game on the Discord stream, and man, Alex really took it to him. Alex has probably been the most dominant player of the tournament so far. He's maxed out 2 of his 3 games.
Yeah.
His wins so far have been 21-3, 24-8, and 24-4 now.
Yeah.
He is terrifying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then the last winners bracket game this week, Matt Howell took the win over Brandon, who's running Tau. It's a tough one. So obviously, Ryan, since you got the bye basically with John Sau dropping out, that also meant that Ray in the Ray J on Discord, I believe, or Ray J at least on the tournament here webpage, he also got the bye, and he's going to be playing against Sean next week. So that's a couple of Rochester boys right there. That's our scene. So we have Matt Howell facing off against Alex Ritnarak next week. That's going to be super interesting. I think those 2 players have really impressed me so far in the bracket.
Yeah.
You have Kingmaker. Necrons are terrifying.
So far, my Astartes list has been doing really well for me. Hopefully, I'll be able to probably make a video or 2 about it, because the roster I have now, it's 2 separate lists, and I've talked a little bit about it on stream, but I haven't really gotten into how it works exactly. So if you want to go check that out before I make a video talking about it, then you can watch. I think I've uploaded like 1 or 2 of my own games so far this tournament to our YouTube channel for people to watch, so they can check it out there. But yeah.
So are there any things you would have, like halfway through the tournament now, is there anything you would have changed about your roster?
Yeah, there's a whole lot that I would have changed about it, actually. Probably so all the orcs are gone, right?
All of the orcs.
All of the orcs are gone. And there's no Tyranids.
No Tyranids.
Okay, so far I actually would not change anything.
Okay.
I think this list is pretty good given the factions that are remaining. Just because from what I'm seeing, I see psychic factions and I see gun lines. Right? That's pretty much all that is left. So there's Admech, 2 Eldar, which isn't really like a gunline faction, but still has gunline tendencies, but they're kind of all over the map. You can do a lot with them. And then the psychic factions with Grey Knights and Thousand Sons. And this list was built explicitly or specifically, I should say, to counter both of those types of factions.
Shane Watts' Thousand Sons, certainly scary. And outside of that, I think those are the only psychic factions remaining.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because there's a lot of Thousand Sons. But only Shane Watts remains out of that group. I mean, we can look at the factions that are left, really. Ray is running AdMech. We have one Grey Knight left, 1,000 Suns left, one Tau left with Brandon. Death Guard is still in it. Drakari, you are running your Astartes still, so you're the only Astartes player. 2 Necrons and 2 Eldar. Or no, 1 Eldar actually, because John Sao. Yeah, I mean it's a tough call. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm super interested in seeing your games with Astartes against Necrons. There's a chance you can end up going against Necrons now and then Necrons in the winners bracket final next week. So
I would really prefer not to. I think I would rather play against any faction besides Necrons, if I'm being
even
honest.
Eldar, because Austriani is the alternative.
Even Eldar, because Eldar die.
That's true.
And
Necron,
well, I mean, actually, no, that's not entirely true. Because these Eldar, they get that 6 of feel no pain anyways, so it's kind of like I think I would rather play against Necrons in that case, actually.
It's actually kind of interesting. I was looking at Matt Howell's run through the bracket, and his games he has had some dreadful matchups. Honestly, he's had to play 2 Custodes and a Tau player, and now he's playing Asuryani.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. If he wasn't playing Necrons, I would be a little more worried about him. But I mean, if there's anybody at this tournament that I think could actually take Alex and Eric to the losers bracket, I think it would be Matt Howell. He's been excellent so far this event. Were there any games that you were able to watch this week that stuck out to you? Because I was able to watch a few.
I wasn't able to watch any live, but I was able to watch, I think, like the first round or 2 of Sean and Emmanuel's game.
Oh, yeah, I did watch the whole thing there. That was a nail-biter. Sean, he took the route of bringing a Terminator and running 3 Incinerators to try and counteract a potential melee list from Emmanuel, which is exactly what Emmanuel brought. He didn't even have a gunner on the list, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a perfect counter. The problem being that Emmanuel he made a lot of charges that were minimum. There's one that was 8 inches, but the rest I think were 10-inch minimum. And he got one of the 10-inch ones, and it just happened to be Gottfried of all the models. And Gottfried made that charge in, got a kill round 1, and Emmanuel had a pretty nice lead to start. And then Sean really turned it around round 2, got the injury rolls he needed, made some good plays. And I remember watching round 3 and thinking, okay, I think Sean has this in the bag. And then he kept all of his guys in combat and didn't fall back and sidebolt. He just kept them in combat and sidebolted. And as soon as I saw him do that, I was like, no, Sean, what are you doing? Don't even give him a chance. Don't give him an opportunity. And, of course, he fails one of the sidebolts against Gottfried, so Gottfried lives. Basically, both combats happen, and Emmanuel's able to get 2 out of action, I believe, or at least 1 out of action there. And I'm thinking, holy crap, did Sean just actually throw this game by not falling back at all around 3? Because when you fall back from a melee model, especially reacting second, they basically are stuck there doing nothing. And Sean stayed in combat with a bunch of melee models that he started in combat with. So it kind of gave them the opportunity to try and fight back, even if it was not the highest chance. But it really worked out for Emmanuel. It's just that round 4 ended up going crazy, and Sean narrowly came out ahead. So, yeah, that was a wild game.
You can go back and watch that game on Sean's Twitch channel, and I'll link that in the description here.
Outside of that, I was able to watch 1,000 Suns versus Orcs for Alex Squires and Shane Watts. Shane had a really, really dominant performance. Score was 19-13, but watching it, it didn't ever seem like Shane wasn't in control of that match. He brought a perfect list to counter the Orc Horde, and he just kind of dismantled Alex's list. Sean streamed his other game also against Kingmaker, and
right.
I didn't really get to catch all that one, but it just looked like he was really struggling with the reanimation protocols. And he was really scared of it, so he wasn't re-rolling any injury rolls. So you had Necrons all over the board with flesh wounds, but they were still re-rolling all their hits. So didn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much else to go over for the tournament for this week, but
Yeah.
we're in the top 8 now.
Yeah. The
Pretty much.
playoffs, right?
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah, I mean, this
playoffs?
whole thing has kind of been the playoffs, but now
Yeah,
we're
right.
really in the thick of it, and I think that we're getting some hype built up.
Yeah.
Still waiting on the 2 matchups, but after that we'll have our top 8 fledged out.
Yeah, so that about wraps it up here. If you guys want to try to catch any of the upcoming games, head over to our Discord channel, and you'll be able to find the schedules for all of the upcoming games for this week. You can catch them on our YouTube channel and on our Twitch channel and all that good stuff.